Would you like a salary of $2.625 million a year?
Yeah, I would.
And that salary might not be enough to flip the commitment of Bryce Underwood. Who is Bryce Underwood? He is a 5-star quarterback that is currently committed to LSU. Michigan is prepared to offer, and I don't know if this is because of what Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports said that he would do or not. I don't know if this is part of it, but Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports said that he would contribute $3 million to the NIL package to this quarterback. Either way, Michigan, according to the Wolverine On 3, so they're On 3 site, Michigan is preparing a package for Bryce Underwood that is worth $10.5 million over 4 years. $10.5 million over 4 years for a quarterback that has yet to take a snap against other college football players.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
$10.5 million.
So what you're saying is if someone was proven to have been more valuable to their team, they should get more money?
Yes.
Oh, Will, are you listening?
I am.
Okay, because I feel like I'm more valuable. Just want to be honest with you.
You take up more space, I'll tell you that. But
what did you say? What did he say? Porky was laughing. What did he say? What did he say?
I said you take up more space. That's what I said.
2024, and we're still body shaming. I get it. That's fine. Trump wins. You think you can say whatever you want. I get it. Is it a ridiculous number? Yeah, absolutely it is. But if that's what it takes to get the quarterback, the number one quarterback in the country, to play at your school, then that's what it takes. And you got two choices: pay it or don't have him. And if your coaches are like, this guy is a difference maker, we can win a national championship with a guy like this under center, then pay the money.
We get this question. It's a very simple question on the text line. What if he sucks? Well, how many 5-star quarterbacks have we seen show up and suck?
It happens.
We've seen it locally. Shea Patterson. Shea Patterson peaked in high school.
Great.
He peaked in high school.
Yeah.
And that sounds bad to say, but he was
his dad. Not very
he was
athletic.
as good as he could have been as a high school prospect.
Yeah.
You're seeing it right now, and I think Jackson Arnold's ceiling is higher than he's displayed this year, but he's not worth $2.5 million this year.
Correct.
But he was the number one quarterback.
So it's just like it's a gamble. It's an investment almost. It's you're buying early stock and you hope that thing takes off and goes, and all of a sudden it's worth a lot more. But the thing about this is, I mean, you know as well as I do, that if he sucks and he doesn't play, he'll transfer and you're off the books.
But would you transfer if you're getting $2.6 million a year?
I think it becomes
to go play for North Texas for $40,000 a year.
Are you playing for North Texas or I don't know? I at some point you have to think that the guy is like, if I want to play in the NFL, I got to do something here. And if I'm not playing here, the problem is it becomes people like Dave Portnoy. And I'm not saying that he would do this, but I'm saying some people would be like, look, I'm paying this guy nearly $3 million a year. You're going to play him.
Yeah.
You better figure out how to make him good. And so that becomes an issue as well.
Especially with somebody with his personality.
Yeah.
And I know some people love him, some people hate him, but there is one thing that Dave Portnoy is, and he is loud. Mm-hmm. And if it's true that he is involved in the NIL package of this quarterback, and this quarterback is bad,
his opinion will matter. We'll put it that way. So
it'll at least be there.
Yeah.
Somebody says player makes more than the assistant coaches. Well, that dynamic does exist in the NFL, so that's not a crazy thing to think. But, I mean, to me, this is very similar, and I understand because if he's a hit, then $2.6 million a year is worth it for a quarterback. I know that sounds crazy. People hear that and it's like, no way. But, yeah, an elite quarterback is worth $2.6 million for a college football program as a whole. Absolutely it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know they just lost, but Cam Ward is worth that for Miami.
Yeah.
And I think he's getting considerably less than that.
Right.
But
Jackson Dart would be worth that for Ole Miss.
And he's getting considerably less than that.
Yeah.
So if you hit, it's worth it. But this kind of reminds me of the Trevor Lawrence situation. And I know it's a little bit different because Lawrence was already on the Jags. But I remember when he got his big contract, And Richard and I kind of went back and forth on this because I said, why? Why give that to him? He hasn't shown you that he's worth it. And in the NFL, it's, well, he's the next man up. Like, you just have to pay your quarterback. And no, you don't. He hasn't proven that he's worth that yet.
Right.
This player has not proven that he's worth that yet. So, like you said, it's a massive risk. But, man, if I was a Michigan donor and I'm involved in this, that feels reckless to me, regardless of how good of a prospect that he is.
What I would just tell you is that if it's not your money, let him spend it.
True.
You know? It's not my money. So what do I care? And if there's the other side of this coin. Yes, it is a risk, and yes, it is a gamble. What if he's the number 1 pick in the draft 3 years from now? Then it was money well spent. What if he wins a national championship? It was money well spent. You dwarfed your investment in returns there. So that's and look, that's the risk of any player you put money in their pocket. All right, even you put $1,000 in some 3-star defensive lineman's pocket. If he's never playing, well, that's $1,000 you wasted.
Yeah.
So this is the game now.
Yeah.
You either play by these rules or you can lose.
Somebody says,
and there's no guarantee that you'll win.
Right.
But there is
especially at Michigan.
There is a guarantee that you'll lose if you don't play by these rules.
And there's a real chance that, regardless if he stays with LSU or goes to Michigan, that he's not playing 4 years for the same coach anyway.
Chances are very high, especially. I mean, we were just talking about Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Sharon Moore. I mean, he's going 6-6 in year one. He'll get next year.
Can't do that again.
Well, yeah, he'll get next year, and if he's not in the college football playoff, they'll fire him.
They'll fire him.
Never be the guy after the guy.
Nope.
Never be that guy.